Alright, we're going to tie a rattle fly here. This is a great fly for redfish on the flats and when they're down a little bit deeper in the water column. This fly makes noise, that's why they call it the rattle fly. We put a little rattle down in it using a number 1 Mustad 3407 DT hook. It's coming through here and wrapping the shank of the hook with some red thread. I'm going to grab some gold tubing here and make it a little bit longer than necessary. You'll see why here in a second. Pull out the core of it. We're going to insert a rattle. Come on up here. Go ahead and wrap this in. Get it started. And bring your thread on around underneath here to the back of the shank. That's good enough. Take a little small rattle here. We're going to insert this in. Get that in there. And we're going to tie off the back of this guy. Try and keep everything nice and centered there if we can. And I like to go ahead and whip finish it right here. This gold pattern is really devastating on the redfish. You have to come through here with your bodkin and separate all these guys here in this tubing. This gives it a nice little tail. These do tend to catch the air. You'll hear it whizzing by you when you're casting it sometimes. If you hear that and it's affecting your casting performance or the distance of your fly, you can just trim this a little shorter and it reduces the wind resistance on this fly. And a lot of times that'll fix any problems you're having with it, if you're having any to start with. I like to go ahead and hit it with a little bit of head cement real quick, kind of hold everything in place before we do the next step. Not too much, just enough. Keep everything nice. Put some on this main shank here. Now we're going to come on top here with, I'm going to put chartreuse on the top of this one, yellow chartreuse. This nylon. Changing thread color. I want that red in the middle of the body to kind of stand out, give it a little contrast. It's a really easy fly to tie. And we find it devastating on the redfish here on the southeast of North Carolina. And it works pretty much everywhere on redfish. Tie in a little yellow nylon. I want to throw a little bit of gold flash in there. Not too much, just enough. A couple strands. We'll take them and double them over. Put Put a little bit of gold flash on the top of this fly. Build up just a little bit of head here. You can put eyes on here if you like. The fish don't seem to mind either way, but it does make for a nice finish. Put a few whip finish here. I'll come through here and trim everything up. Making the yellow there just a little longer than my tail. I'll trim some of this tail out of here, thin this out just a hair. Some of these at different lengths. Kind of even it out just a little. Doesn't take much. You can always fine tune this in the field. I like to leave mine a little longer, but I can always make them shorter. Come through with some head cement. A little dab here. We're going to put just a little more than normal. We're going to build up a little head. Just keep rotating this. It dries really quickly. That's it. That's the rattle fly. A lot of flash, gives a little bit of noise, and adds a little bit of weight to get it down into the water column. A really nice fly for redfish. Also black drum, speckled trout are fond of it as well. They don't shy away from it. And also flounder. Good fly for inshore flats fishing. The rattle fly.